Hello and welcome back to House Flipper 2 and the Great Sandbox tutorial. I'm Midas Designs, and today we are going to work on building a kitchen island using our custom building blocks. Now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and put together a little kitchen here with a simple oven. We can add a stovetop if we want, and then our island, which is where we're going to focus. Now, the game does have some options for changing the countertop, so you can add this little back lip here. That's not a lot of room, especially if you want to put place settings or anything on here. Not entirely my style either. I also like to, bring the back hash down, but as a size we could leave it like this, but it just looks incomplete to me. I'm going to go ahead and remove that for right now, and instead what I'm going to do is just bring in our very amazing friend, the little tiny Jungfrau building block here. Now I'm going to line this up here with the cabinets, and I'm going to extend it right there, it's fine, and I'm going to bring it up to height. Now you'll notice we go one out, we're now fully there. Alright. So what we want to do is just to extend this out however far you want to go, which I think that might be a good size for us. I'm going to take it and copy it. So I use the copy tool, which is Q when you're looking with your hand. And so now I've got two sides here. Now I want to build up here. As you can see, the game doesn't let you do this, and that's by design, right? This isn't meant for you to hook something to it, and this is the same in the base game, but you can do exactly the same method in the base game. You can put it down here, bring it up, and then bring up the bottom piece, just like that. And now I'll extend my countertop across, and then we need to match our countertop. Now I'm using gray granite with a little bit of darkness. There it is. Let's get all of this matched. There we go. Now I don't like this white right here, and I don't want to change the base, which is this piece here. So what I want to do instead is to put something else down here. You can do this one of two ways. You can do this with the building molding we just used, or you can bring in chipboard. So if we bring in chipboard, obviously the height is not the right size, so I'm just going to bring it down. And now I'm going to put it into place. Squat down, see if it's... Oh, we forgot the underside here. There we go. Alright, so now we got it to the right size. We've got it rightly handled. And then we can change the style. So like for instance, we could come in and bring in a wood or something. Now it doesn't let you choose cut patterns, so you can get around that by, I'm just going to resize this like this. And I'm just going to repeat this over and over again. And you can see now we've got a nice, lovely cut pattern. If we wanted to, we could change that style again. Like let's say we go with yellow wood or something. And now it looks like we got actual boards there. Alright, so we're obviously not done. There's a gap here. If you look at it from certain angles, you can see the brick in here. So I'm going to use the move tool and move it away and just fill in the rest of the sides. Bring it back. There's still a gap, but that's okay. You could always attempt to extend this into the countertop to remove the gap. In this case, it actually worked. Sometimes it doesn't. But as you can see, we don't have a gap. Looks pretty good. The we want to bring in chairs. So let's go grab our seats and our stools. And maybe we'll just do something like that. There we go. Alright. Turn our snap grid off. I'm going to put way too many on here. There we go. There we go. Nice little area. Now, one problem they're going to have is you actually cannot place anything on there. So if we go into kitchen and grab a plate, as you can see, we cannot place anything on this. Oftentimes what I'll do is I will place it near it and then just use the move tool to move it into place. There are other options with like shelving and such that you can use. They work sometimes for me, but the thing about this is, from an aesthetic standpoint, I want the width of this piece to match the width of this piece. So that way it's nice and even cohesive. Now you do have other options. I'm going to remove all these pieces here for this top piece. Just being careful not to accidentally delete the kitchen counter. And one of those is bringing in actual brick, right? So if you get this lined up properly, you could bring brick over and use it. But as you can see, brick is incredibly thick. Another option is to use the Jungfrau triangle piece, or the half arch piece. Oops, I want to use the triangle piece. And again, you might have some lining up issues because of the way I built this. Let's do that. Now we can flip it up like this. And I'm going to turn off grid snapping. There we go, that lined up nicely. Now, obviously, because of the way I sized this, there's a little bit of a gap. We could solve this with a couple of different ways, but obviously the easiest way is by bringing in our little building molding, extending it out. Just squat down here to get the right size. There we go. Fly here. There we are. And as you can see here, that one's a little bit more interesting of a piece because it's not just flat, but at the same time, your knees may not forgive you depending on how you do that. So just keep that in mind whenever you're using these kind of pieces. You know, sky's the limit. You can play around with it, but that is a basic way of making a very simple yet elegant looking kitchen countertop on an island. So thank you for joining. Hope you learned something new, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks.